Welcome back, true believers. Today we're going to talk about how to deadlift. Now, in principle, the deadlift seems like the easiest exercise to perform. In reality, it has lots of little nuances that over the years I've learned these. There's a great book out there called Starting Strength by Mark Ripito, and it will give you all the little cues. So like me, you don't have to spend 5-10 years trying to figure these out on your own. And he explains why you want to do each little cue, where a lot of times I've found I was doing things just from experience. I knew that it helped me lift better. But he explains why each little nuance in the deadlift helps you. First thing you want to do is get the right feet placement. And for years I had my feet too wide, and even till about a year ago they were too wide. You actually want your feet like as if you were going to jump. Okay, if they're out here, you have the tendency to scrape your quadriceps and your knees. But if you have them more in the middle part of the bar, just outside that middle knurling, it forces you to get your knee back so you won't scrape your knees as much. And then the next key thing is where to set the bar placement. You want it over the middle of your foot. Okay, people will be back out like this. That's too far. Then the bar swings back in and it makes lifting the weight heavier. So every inch it is away from your body is harder it is. So if you're set up like this, it'll glide up in contact with your legs the whole time. Grip. You just want to grip just outside your leg. So people will grip too far. Really, you can't grip too close, but you want your knee and elbow to be in contact. And you want your non-dominant hand this way, gripping, and you grip it, you squeeze it. And then you want your dominant hand this way. And that way it creates a roll to lock your grip in place. And I've messed around with double overhand and locking the thumb, but by far this is the best, most comfortable way to maintain your grip. So once you get the good setup, when you're about to pull, I like to unlock my back. You need to think of your body as multiple pivot points. You have one in the knees, one in the hips, and then you're getting through. And it's just like a pulley system. The more pivot points you have, the better. So the next mistake people make is either they have their hips too high or too low. So you want your hips a little bit above your knees. You want your back in a neutral, straight position. And then you want to twist the bar with your elbows. Pull it into you. Get out all the slack. This is a good tip for me. It's your vision placement. I used to stare up at the sky and I get a lot of strain on my neck. You want to pick a point that's a little bit down to stare at the whole time, and it helps get that lockout, get that fluid movement instead of craning your neck and hitching. So this is a thing I had a hard time with. I still work on is the fluid movement. Once it gets to your knees, you have to do the second part, which is getting your hips through. So another hint I found over the years, get a deep breath at the bottom, hold it the whole way, and then even down, and then get another deep breath on the bottom. You get the deep breaths at the bottom in between each rep. So I'm going to demonstrate. Just like that. That's how you get a nice solid rep. You need to do it that way every time. Well, one final tip I will say, for years I used the belt on every working set. Now I found that to be counterproductive to building overall strength. If you're going to be a power lifter, maybe that's the thing you want to do. But if you just want to get strong, do strongman, it's best to only wear your belt on maybe like 1 or 2 on your heavy end sets. And it just helps that much more build that core strength up. This is 415, I'm going for 3. Okay guys, I got 435 for my second working set. This is my week of 3s. I have a couple weeks of 5s, which is my deload week, and then I have a couple weeks of 3, and then I work up to hopefully about my new 1 rep max. So this is kind of like in my my medium heavy week. All right, you ready? Make sure you get the weights. Make sure you get me. Alright guys, this is my 3rd working set. I got 455, and at this point in time I do use my belt here, 2-prong thick belt. I'm gonna go for, at a minimum I want 3, but hopefully I will get 5. So bear with me, Braden's gonna take over filming. Get a nice hold on that last rep. Hello guys, welcome back. This is my first heavy set. It's 475. I do 2, this week I do 2 heavy reps. It's about 70 or 80% effort. I really don't do it off percent anymore. I do it off of kind of what I'm feeling. So this should be about 70-80% effort. On this first heavy set I don't use a belt. And again, it's just to strengthen that core more. I've been doing strongman instead of powerlifting. Just that extra practice bracing and heavy weights helps you so much when it comes to strongman competitions as opposed to powerlifting. So sometimes I'll do more than 1, depending how I'm feeling. I can already tell probably only going to do 1. So I do use hand chalk though. That's a must. Okay, here's the weight for my last set. It's 495. I just put on the 10 with the 35. Just because after this I do 2 backup sets. So I'm going to use my belt on this. Hopefully my form will hold up. I know on the last set I had some rounding on my back, but I mean honestly, as you get heavier and with beltless training, there will be some of that rounding. Some is okay. So again, 495. I'm gonna wear my belt. I'll have Braden film this. We'll see how it goes. Woo! Again, that's about 80 to 90% effort on that last one. Okay, so final step in the deadlift workout I do is I do 2 backup sets. So I drop this down about 95 pounds. We got 405 now on the bar. I do not use a belt on these 2 sets. I'm going to try to get 5 reps, but if I can do more and maintain a good strong form, I'll do more. I might do 6 or 7, who knows. So that's kind of the goal. Drop it down quite a bit, do them until your form starts to break down. I was good for today. Bye. This is my last and final set of deadlifts. I dropped it down again to 385, and I do this last set without a belt. It is kind of a burnout set. I do them till my form can't hold up. I'm hoping to get 8, but I'm pretty tired, so we'll see how many I can get with halfway decent form before I have to put it down. Good for today. Guys, the last thing on my back day workout, something that you should incorporate is either I'd say some pull-ups. I really like pull-ups, or some upright rows. I'm personally not great at pull-ups. Usually I'll do about 4 sets between 3 and 5. It's really important that you do them properly though, nice and slow, so you don't impinge your shoulder, which I do constantly, but you should try to be really controlled so you don't get the problems I have. Only 3 for today. I'm not gonna bore you with the other sets, but I do about 3 other sets, similar, 3 to 5. Alright, we'll see you guys next time.